In this video, we're going to talk about the different styles of video that are trending now in 2023 so that you and your business can stand ahead of the curve. Let's get into it. So the first type of video that is growing year upon year upon year is live video. But what is the actual benefit to you and your business? Well, the first reason is that you can actually speak directly with your customer and you can interact with them at a level that you just cannot have in any other style of video. And that ability to communicate with them directly means that you can get key insights to understand your customers' problems or their needs directly, which is incredibly valuable. And the whole point of all of this is that you can build trust. So there's no hiding in video content when it's live. You cannot, reply later, or you cannot hide behind different cuts or edits. It is you with your audience and you're interacting like we normally do as humans, but in a digital space. And it really does build trust because we know that the more time that people spend interacting with you online, the more willing they are to purchase from you later on down the line. Now, the third point is what we just talked about before. This market is growing. Year upon year, it's getting bigger. More people are getting into live video because there's that level of interaction that you don't have with anywhere else. So if you want to make content that's getting ahead of the curve, I highly recommend that you start looking into live content. The next type of video that I want to talk about is that there is a death to the middle class of video. Now this is in regards to production value. So there is a market for low production value but high authenticity content. That is always going to be there because humans interact with humans, and there's always going to be a place for this content. Where there is no place for content anymore is when you're in the middle. So if your video content has some video editing, some value, a little bit of authenticity, people are going to sniff that out a mile away and they're just going to scroll on past by you. So what you need to do is you need to pick a side. Are you going to go with low production value yet high authenticity content? Or are you going to go to the other side, which is high production value content? And this doesn't mean that your video content has to be incredibly corporate and boring, you could say, but the whole point of high production value is that you can help communicate your value in a way that your audience incredibly wants to view it. Next, how to get noticed without followers. So what I've been seeing with a lot of my clients recently is this is something that is not going to be available forever because more and more content is being made on this very specific strategy. But at the moment, it's still going incredibly well. And what that is SEO optimized videos. So essentially, what this is there are ways in which you can figure out how many people are looking for a certain type of video and how many of those videos are actually there online. And then you can start making video content that is in high demand yet low supply, and that kind of negates the amount of followers or your audience that you have because people are looking for that content, and if there's more people who want that content than people who are making that content, that pushes you up in the algorithms and that gets you shared out to people who are incredibly invested in those specific topics. It's a fantastic thing. vidIQ is a place where I find this information out. And you can also figure out things such as Answer the Public, which I've talked about before. Although vidIQ is probably the best place to figure out videos that are low-hanging fruit. The next thing is selling in stories. So what we've seen and what I've been seeing with a lot of my clients is that there's a lot of value to be had here, where what you're doing is you're making things like reels, which are quite wide, quite top of funnel, gets a lot of people attracted to you, and then you start selling in stories. We'll take Instagram as an example here. We start making a lot of general topics, ideas, making reels that many people are coming in, and then there's also a secondary strategy in which we're talking inside the stories about more topics to do with our offer, some behind the scenes work, and the people who are interacting with you in your stories, these are people who are highly invested with you. And we're seeing a higher percentage of people wanting to invest with companies or interact with your offer that you are willing to sell through stories, then people are just naturally off a reel. Of course, reels do have a place and you can sell through reels, but stories are a higher percentage in my experience. So those are the different types of videos that are trending in 2023. These are the videos that I've seen working with many of my clients and many of the people who I interact with in our industry. And if you have any questions or comments on any of the things that I've just mentioned, please let me know and I'm happy to help. I can always make a video about it, and I look forward to speaking with you in the next video. Peace.